Hello everyone, good day. I am Mariel Umambak from Parallel B. So my presentation is focused on the Module 4, Planning and Implementing Social Marketing, Part 7 of 14. I'll be presenting the lesson 2, which is the social marketing environment, focusing on the social marketing program. For our learning objectives at the end of this presentation, you should be able to identify the focus of the social marketing program and to analyze the social marketing environment. For my discussion, I'll be focusing more on the identifying the social marketing program. According to Andreessen in 1995, a social marketing program is a planned, systematic intervention that uses marketing principles to influence voluntary behavior change for the social good. But the success of such a program depends on identifying what exactly it focuses on. The primary focus of a social marketing program is the specific, measurable behavior change within a defined audience. And as our professor mentioned, discussing the social marketing program in this lesson is like returning to the step 1 of planning a social marketing program from the lesson 1, which is revisiting the program's core focus before examining the environment, the strategy, or implementation. However, unlike in the lesson 1, which introduced the program conceptually, this presentation centers specifically on identifying the program's core focuses, which are there are 4 core focuses in social marketing program. Number 1, specific behavior change, a clear defined target audience, value exchange and barriers, and the measurable outcomes. So we will discuss it one by one. For the focus number 1, the defining feature of a social marketing program is that it targets a specific measurable behavior influenced by context and audience. Unlike traditional campaigns that simply inform, the social marketing aims to change what people actually do. For example, in the illustration in the screen, instead of a general message like prepare for disasters, a social marketing focused would be to increase the number of households in Barangay X who prepare 72-hour emergency kits within 6 months. This behavior-centered approach is supported by social marketing research showing that defining behavior precisely increases program success, as mentioned also by Mr. Lee and Kotler in 2020. The next focus is the clearly defined target audience. A social marketing program must clearly identify which audience segment the behavior change effort is focused on. The social marketing does not target the general public, but rather prioritize groups whose specific behaviors are most critical to achieving the impact. For example, as a recent study on polio disease and immunization knowledge and attitudes highlights that even when general awareness exists, differences in understanding between caregivers and adults of different ages can influence vaccination behavior. This demonstrates that a social marketing program must segment audiences such as the parents of the young children, the pregnant women, and even the community health volunteers because their perceptions, the barriers, and even the motivations and decision contexts differ significantly. By targeting specific segments, interventions can be tailored with more relevant messaging, incentives, and support mechanisms that increase the livelihood of actual behavior change. In the case of immunization, instead of a broad message like vaccinate your children, the program would focus on caregivers with low immunization literacy and address specific barriers they face, like the fear, the misinformation, or the access challenge. This precision increases relevance, resonance, and effectiveness, which is why audience segmentation is a core focus of the social marketing. The third focus is the value exchange barriers. A social marketing program also directs attention to the value exchange or what people may can gain, and the barriers which are the people may lose or what they fear. Behavior change happens only when the benefits is greater than the costs. In disaster preparedness campaigns, for example, households may not prepare kits because they perceive the cost, and the cost may be in the form of the time, the effort, and even the money as outweighing benefits. So they don't buy the emergency kits because they will take up so much of their time. A social marketing focus reframes messaging to highlight practical benefits like the safety and the family protection rather than the cost, and also reduces the barriers like the how-to guides and the community support. So that's the focus number three. And the last is the measurable outcome. A social marketing program measures success in behavioral terms, not in the number of flyers that was distributed or the number of posters that was posted. But the focus is the percentage increase in desired behavior and the change in self-reported adoption of new behavior. This focus on measurable outcomes, it ensures accountability and evidence-based refinement. So just the four core focus of the social marketing program, and let's have a Philippine context example. Instead of only explaining the health benefits of condom use, a campaign here in the Philippines by the NGO and the DOH, the program identified specific audiences such as the sexually active youth. It addresses barriers like the stigma and the misconceptions of using or acquiring a condom. Also, it promotes value like the health protection and how to be a responsible, how to gain a responsible behavior. And the last is the measured outcomes, which increased sales and reported condom use. So that's the result of the social marketing program. And research on condom social marketing shows improved behavior adoption when audience segmentation and barrier reduction strategies are used, as mentioned or as quoted by Solomon et al. In 2017. So that's the core focus of the social marketing program as like the step one of planning a social marketing program. So we should before we implement, before we scan the environment, we should ensure that the program of the social marketing is clearly defined and refined. So for the discussion issues that you may answer in our discussion post forum, so we'll be having two questions. Number one, for the target behavior, what specific behavior should a social marketing program focus on in your community, in your respective community, from where you live or even the where you work, and who should be the main audience for it? And the benefits and barriers, how can a social marketing program make it easier and more attractive for people to do the behavior that you mentioned in the number one? So that's it. I hope you learn something from my presentation about the social marketing program, and the social marketing environment will be discussed by my other classmate in the part 5, part 8 of my presentation. So these are just my references, and also I'll be posting this to our discussion forum. So thank you. Again, I am Mariela Mambak from Parallel B, and have a good day.